Welcome back to Inside PBC Boxing. We're joined now by the only man to send all of his trainers to the hospital, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder. Good to see you. You take care of your team's health insurance?
Oh, most definitely. You know, make sure they eat the right things, get the right vitamins, you know. But it's kind of like crazy a little bit when I think about it. Yeah. You know, all my trainers, you know, I'm the only one that I knew that had 4 men at one time. And everyone has an experience.
They quit at some point, right?
You know what
Everybody
I mean?
resigned. That's how you got 4.
You got 4 mid-men because you know they're gonna get injured, so you prepare yourself for that?
Well, I don't necessarily know when they're gonna get injured.
Oh, you said when?
Yeah.
So you know they are.
It's just like when I'm fighting. You don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. And when it does come, bam, baby, good night.
Speaking of that, we talking about the preparation. We talking about you hurting your coaches. Here's the thing, you can't dial it back. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly.
But we also know that there's no secret in your first fight, you were sick during your training camp. How has this training camp been? How has the preparation been?
Man, this training camp has been a blessing to me.
Okay.
You know, to be honest, you know, although it's cold back in Alabama, I do all my camps back home. You know what I mean? I feel real comfortable. And that's my sanctuary back home. You know what I mean? People give me a lot of love and respect. So, but this camp, I've been healthy this time compared to the last time. You know, the last time I was very, very ill, and you know, as fighters, you know, the proper protocol for that is to cancel. Yeah. And let your body heal and recover, and then put the fight on. But me, you know, I always got to be the odd guy out of the box. I always got to be the weird one.
Nothing,
you know,
but
I like that. You know, I think what it is, Shawn, is just me testing myself. I've given a lot of fighters I've fought the advantage over me, and they didn't even know it.
We all have that Superman spirit, you know what I mean?
Of course.
So that's how it goes.
Yes, for sure.
Now, let me ask you this. So this is the second rematch of your career. The first fight was against Severn. The first guy to ever take you to 12 rounds. But then again, you came back and fought him, and you defeated him in the first round.
Quick.
Quick. You made easy work of him. What do you make of that?
Well, you know, it's just when you're going in there with a guy. I mean, you know, understand. When you're going in there the first time, well, I can speak for myself on this one. When I fight guys, they're gonna bring their ultimate A game because of what I possess, and that's power, most of all, you know what I mean? So they're gonna train, they're gonna get the right proper training, they're gonna try to bring guys in or whatever, try to make they try to get someone come in that can really have a game plan to beat me. Exactly, you know, and when guys fight me, the thing about it, they give it their all. They give me everything of them. It's like ain't hiding nothing, you know what I mean? Because I'm a very dangerous fighter, you know, specifically because of my power. I can get you out at any given time. Just like I always say, when guys fight me, they have to be perfect for 12 rounds. I only have to be perfect for 2 seconds because of what I'm blessed with, and it's crazy.
No, he's dead
you know?
about that.
It's crazy. So, you know, and that's one of the things that ultimately like push me, give me the motivation of all. But going in there the second time with a guy that have given me everything, you gave me all of you. So what are you gonna go back and make better? Right. You know what I mean? The same thing you did before. So it was the same thing with Severn. It's like I knew him. Like you gave me everything. We went 12 rounds. You gave me everything of you. Now, for as me, I can get better. You know, but I look at my opponent, and I did. As far as my opponent, I feel it's nothing that they can really get better in. Of course, stamina, getting in better shape, but that's about it, you know.
There were times, though, in that first fight against Luis Ortiz where he looked good and where he gave you some trouble. How important is it to you this time to leave no question marks in the second fight? It's
going to be very important for me. I mean, this is one of the reasons we're doing it the second time around, you know, to you know, all the doubts, to correct them. I don't want no one to have no doubts, which that's gonna be impossible because there's always gonna be somebody that didn't get a fulfillment out of what they saw. You know, you can do 99 things right. It's always gonna be one person, you know, which, you know, that don't bother me. I don't care about that. It just, for me, it's all about self, how I feel, you know, with the situation, you know, and with the Ortiz, blessing him again because of the connections with the daughters and stuff like, because I understand how hard it is to take care of a child with a disorder. I mean, it takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of time, and you don't trust everyone with your child, you know what I mean, especially if they have some type of disorder going on with them, you know, so it kind of amazes me why no one gave him the opportunity. you know, especially the top five, top 10. Everyone would say he's old, but we know what business we in. This is the hurt business. When do we care about age?
Listen, I want to say that that's what separates you from the rest. You're a true champion because not only you're giving them the opportunity to make more money and bigger fight, you're putting yourself in risk, you know, against a guy who gave you all and hurt you and gave you basically the toughest fight in your career.
Correct.
So I respect to that, man.
Thank you so much. You know, it means a lot to me, you know, to be able to do these things that I'm doing, you know, fighting these guys' risks. I just fought him. I fought Fury. Now I'm coming back with Ortiz. It's like I'm doing a repeat back to back when I don't have to.
Yeah, you don't.
You know what I mean?
I think Abner kind of alluded to it. You said this is the second time around, and how you know everything about Luis going into the ring. I don't know if you saw it, but he says that he's even had nightmares about this fight that y'all had before. From a psychological standpoint, you think that's an advantage going into the ring?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Truly. You know, coming into this rematch, I think everything is for me and everything is against him. Because of the factors, you know, number one, again, I had the flu. And anybody that had the flu know you are ultimately weak. I was like, even in time, like I was spitting out mucus coming out to the arena.
Your body is,
you know what I mean?
actually weak, yeah.
Oh, man, you know, a lot of people didn't want me to take this fight. Even after seeing that, after seeing me spitting up mucus going, you know, you had that scare in your heart. Like, not for me, but the people that was around, managers and, you know, friends, people around, so I could understand it.
Right.
But, you know, it had that, then Ortiz gave me everything that he had of him. 7th round was an amazing round for him, you know. He threw everything that he could possibly do, you know, and he still couldn't get me down or whatever. So that right there, mentally, that gonna disturb you. You could not, man. Then this man still round after round, because I put him down many times throughout the round. Many people say, oh, I got saved or whatever in the 7th, but he got saved in the 5th. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things that going for me and a lot of things that's gonna go against him psychologically. You know what I mean? Thinking about, hey, like, and now I'm saying that I'm healthy.
Yeah. I mean, that's another separation. Right, man.
It's gonna be a totally different. It's gonna be a totally different feel of power.
Yeah. Speaking of power, you have you have the highest KO ratio in heavyweight history. What do you make of that? Do you consider yourself as one of the all-time greatest because of that?
I mean, I do and I don't. You know what I mean? A part of me is like, you know, what I've done thus far, you know.
It's not easy to do.
Do you know it? Did you know you had 95% KO rate?
Yeah, I did.
And the next closest is 88%.
Yeah, I know. You know,
He's keeping track of that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when you're doing it and you continue to do it, I mean, it's for me, it's still a surprise. When I knock guys out, I'm still like, wow.
Yeah,
like for real.
It just
like,
happened.
Yeah, like
Even though you know you have that power.
I know I have the power to do it, you know what I mean? I know that when I hit guys, that it hurt no matter what, I can just tap you.
Right.
I know it hurts, you know what I mean? Especially when you have 10-ounce gloves on.
Yeah.
You can feel it. You can feel the punch. You can feel the structure. Like I said, I can feel the structure of the structure of the face, you know, of the bones in my fist. Wow. You know what I mean? When you feel that.
Do you enjoy that feeling?
I do.
You do?
Look at that face.
We do.
Seems like he does.
We do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's a different thing, right?
Man, I mean, I think it's just being a fighter. It's just come with being a fighter to enjoy what you do. If I didn't enjoy what I did, then I wouldn't be here. You know, if I felt certain type of way of what type of punishment I put on my opponent, I wouldn't be here because my feelings would get involved into my job. My job is to apply as much pain as possible. And I love it.
Yeah.
You know?
You also love to put on a show. Last time out against Luis Ortiz, you were walked in by Little Kim. What have you got planned this time?
Well, you know, this time around, I wanna be able to establish a lot of things that I wasn't able to do in the first fight. Maybe, like, what I'm trying to say is maybe look a little bit more cleaner. You know, I know I'm talking about the sickness and all that and stuff, but I want to establish my jab a little bit more. You know what I mean? I want to get in position a little bit more so when I do hit him with the right hand, he goes down earlier. You know, of course, I'm always my goal is always to knock my opponent out.
But
in a
your
devastating
entrance
fashion.
specifically.
Oh, my entrance.
Yeah, I mean, Tyson Fury's put on a couple
You
of
had
great
Little
shows
Kim,
recently.
so,
You've got
so what you got now? Spill
my
it,
entrance.
spill it.
I really don't know yet at this point in time. You know what I mean? Everything.
It's 1 week away.
He got that kind of power.
Yeah.
He just gonna make a phone call.
For
Hours
real,
before,
believe it.
right?
Yeah.
They'll be on the plane just like that.
Nice.
But everything I do, I go off of the energy, off of the feel of it. So, you know, I get a lot of artists hit me up all the time.
Yeah.
Now let me walk, you know, and I'm the type of person, I love blessing.
You walked
people.
out with your school band, right? Yeah, it was a band, right?
The band?
Yeah.
No, I never walked out with the band
I
before.
think you did. Yeah, it was a live band.
Did I?
Yeah.
Did I?
He's like,
What?
yeah.
Wasn't that Tank?
No, it was him. I want
Really?
to say it was you.
Who I was fighting?
See, now you got me thinking.
Abner doesn't know.
You made it up. I
Get
think
it.
that's what's gonna come.
It's like you can remember the band, but you can't remember who I got knocked out.
I think it was your last fight, if not mistaken.
No, it wasn't Brazil.
It was that quick. See that? You know, I forgot.
Yeah. But you know what? You know, I've thought many times of doing the band thing and stuff. I try to be different from others. You know what I mean? I try to be more creative. I always tell people my mind and my mindset is like I'm such an open-minded person.
Right.
You did with
My
Tyson
mindset-
Fury, the belt coming down in the center of the ring.
Yeah.
See, I got that one right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to come back with something.
I tell people my mindset is so big that a spaceship can fit in it. Like I go, when you talk about a picture, it says a picture says 1,000 words. I try to
See
make a
them all.
million out of it.
Right.
Every bit of it.
Right.
Because in life, we can miss a lot of things.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Especially when we rushing. That's why I love going back home to Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because you can have a hectic life. You know, you can be going all the time, and some people don't even understand the structure of really having real peace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I go home to my sanctuary, to my safe haven, you know what I'm saying, to my Prince of Peace, or King of Peace, or whatever, how you want to picture, it's just to release that energy that I have, you know what I mean, when I'm talking to the stars and talking to the moon or talking to the universe. Like, it's an amazing release for me. It's an energy release because as fighters, man, we deal with so much, not only just in the sport.
Yeah.
That's I mean, I ain't
All
gotta
day,
tell you.
every day.
Oh, man.
It's all
But
day,
just,
every day.
You know what I'm saying? But just outside personal, because people don't understand, we have personal lives as well. A lot of us have family, and me, you know, I have a lot of children. Y'all gotta catch up. But you need somewhere to release that. You know what I mean? I can't, you know, boxing already is where we train for people. We think about that person constantly, day in and day out. Just like you said, Luis talking about dreaming about it. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that happens.
Yeah.
And you know, it'll mess with you. You think about hitting the bag, you see this man, you doing something violent, you see this man. So what you think gonna happen when you get in the ring?
Right.
But although I say in the ring I release energy, we both release energy, I always have that at home as well too.
Yeah.
And then when I go from there, then I go anywhere else, I'm ready.
Yep.
I'm like recharged.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ready to go. That's why I'm smiling. I'm able to be a people's person. You know, when people think I'm mean, which I'm really a giant gentleman. You know what I mean? I just don't deal with it. I'm a person that I'm a realist, and I'm about what I say.
It's your voice. Your voice scare people.
Maybe it's the knockout.
You caught me like 2 or 3 times. I was like, dang, all right.
No, but listen, you said it was a nightmare for Ortiz, but at the same time, he was a blessing for Ortiz.
Yeah.
You know, for giving him a fight. So.
Be a blessing for him this time around as well. You know, it's going to be an amazing fight. That's for sure. People's definitely going to get their money's worth, just like they got the first time. You know, they know what to expect this time around, and whether it be quicker or later, that's the excitement of it. We don't know. That's why you got to be there.
It's boxing.
It's boxing.
Boxing. All right, let's focus on some of the biggest names in the heavyweight division. It is a segment that I don't need to introduce because Deontay's already done it.
You know I'm big.
I'm bigger.
You know I'm wild.
I'm wild.
Got it, Deontay Wilder. Who is tougher, though? We want to ask you a couple of questions, comparing a couple of fighters. Luis Ortiz, Tyson Fury.
Luis Ortiz. I think Luis Ortiz is.
After Tyson Fury got up off that knockdown in the top?
Yeah. I mean, but you know, you know, you can look at that as being tough, you know, but I don't, you know, that goes. I can't say too much on it, you know what I mean? Because I go over your head if I start explaining certain things.
Yeah,
I feel like I can handle it.
just accept
I don't think we have enough
Luis
time.
Ortiz. Yeah.
It's not my job to accept the answer. But there is not one single person sitting here that thought that Tyson Fury would get up off that knockdown.
No, nobody. And that's what made it such an amazing fight, you know what I mean, because of that, you know what I mean? But, you know, I don't think that's for me, that didn't get my toughest vote.
That wasn't it.
No.
Okay.
I respect it. I respect it. All right, I was at SmackDown, first SmackDown on Fox. Tyson Fury gets into it with some wrestler, I don't know who it was, and he ends up having a wrestling match. Is WWE something you'd be interested in?
I mean, we thought about that years and years ago for marketing purposes,
Yeah.
promotion and stuff like
Yeah,
that. I
yeah.
mean, I'm a man that believe in don't burn no bridges. So if that opportunity came about, I could see myself jumping out of a ladder or something like
Yeah.
that, doing a flying elbow.
Yeah, yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. Saying bomb squad
Yeah.
on top.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? I got the character to be able to perform in that environment.
I
So,
agree.
you know what I mean? It'll be something fun. I wouldn't turn it down. if
Good
it
deal.
came.
I like that.
So, you know, the year is coming to an end. Andrew Ruiz had a tremendous year in the heavyweight division. Yourself, who do you think has had the best year so far?
Out of who?
You.
Andrew Ruiz and yourself.
Out of me and him? Man, my life is amazing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. We talking about just in the boxing ring.
I know my life is amazing.
Yeah,
Like, I know.
You know what I mean?
I like that.
I mean, he's going out for one fight. I mean, that's a big fight. You know, he dethroned one of the champions.
Yeah.
You know, when many people thought he wouldn't be able to do it because of looks. You know, looks
And the
is
way he
deceiving.
did it.
And the way he did it as well. You know what I mean? But you know, I mean, we both. I say both.
humble yourself, man.
I say
Humble
both.
yourself.
I'm doing it as humble as possible. You know what I mean?
Come on, accept the answer.
I got
I'm
it.
gonna say both. I'm gonna say both because
I would have
I'm
not disagreed if he said him because obviously based on fights, I mean.
based on fights, man. You know what I
Big
mean?
moments, big opportunities, both of y'all.
Yeah, but you know, I definitely want to give him his respect for doing what he did because a lot of people didn't pick that, and he was the wild card in this saga that was going on, and so he really upset it. A lot of things.
A lot of people, too.
You know what I'm saying? But I smile today as a proud man, you know what I
Sir.
mean? Because I'll never forget, Andy. Mama, we ain't got to struggle no more.
I tell you what, speaking of the unified heavyweight champ, Andy Ruiz Jr. has got a message for you.
I wish you good luck against Ortiz. I know you're gonna win. You know, I got all the bouts that you want, and you have the bout that I want. God bless you and win against Ortiz.
My man.
He wants you to win against Ortiz, I assume, in part for selfish reasons, because he would love that fight with you further down the line. Is a fight between you and Andy Ruiz Jr. potentially the biggest fight in heavyweight boxing right now?
I think so. You know what I mean? Just because of what he did. You know what I'm saying? I think he replaces Joshua. Me and Joshua was the biggest fight. He just replaced him. You know, being that he's American and had the Mexican side as well. And we know Mexicans. They love boxing. And I love that about them. You know what I'm saying? That they love boxing. They dedicate themselves to it and they support theirs. You know, it's nothing like people that support their own. You know what I mean? I can only imagine, you know, as I grow, you know, my people are coming along as well, you know. And it's a beautiful thing just to see the development. But when you have a history of it, you know what I'm saying, to have both sides like that, it's unbelievable. And then him being the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world, you know, you know how many guys tried to become that? You know, I really thought Chris Arreola would have been that first one to do that, for sure, because of how he was coming up and what he was doing. And I like Chris as a fighter. He was tough, always come to perform and give his best. You know, but, you know, many guys tried and many failed. And the one that nobody.
Nobody.
And that's the beauty of it.
Yes, sir.
And look at him now.
Yeah.
And he's still so humble.
Yeah.
You know, thanking God like 20 times a day.
I'm right behind him. I'm like 15, 60 times a day.
But it's a beautiful thing to see, you know what I mean? I'm always happy for fighters, you know what I mean? Because I know how hard it is and I know, you know, what we go through as fighters.
Yeah.
You know, so
Listen, you can't get enough Deontay Wilder in one segment, so you're going to stick with us. You're going to do more in the show. Make sure you stay with us as well. Part 2 of Deontay Wilder against Luis Ortiz is this Saturday night. Do not forget, remember, you can only watch this fight on pay-per-view, or you can order it on the Fox Sports app.
Thank you for watching. Well, if you enjoyed that clip, make sure you click somewhere around here and subscribe. From fight highlights to exclusive interviews, we have got everything you need as a boxing fan right here on PBC on Fox.